Let's start it again. Of siblings inside whiskers. Oh. The token. Now here's the kind of enthusiast I'd like to see. My hardest working assistant back to hone his skills. He's his beloved supervisor burned in the process. It just so happens that I've just the assignment for you. Did you see this most extravagant letter in my paw? It contains a missive addressed to none other than the realm-renowned enthusiasm. What? Oh, what I would not give to have my whiskers trimmed by those magic scissors, to feel the caress of its fine tooth comb across my fur. That's near hither. But where were we? Yes. I need not tell you that the man is very, devoted to his art. Yes, he is, actually. Doubtless he would not even think of accepting just such personal correspondence, or otherwise occupied in his art. Fortunately, I am told that he's been sighted about town of late, enjoying a hard-earned vacation, seeking inspiration for his new hairstyles. I cannot say. Only that if there is any opportunity to deliver this letter, it is now. Student and animal. Have I got an assignment for you, Kupo? Fan letters addressed to one of UL'DAH's permanent gladiators, the Prince of the Blood Sands, the one and only Franz the Fair. After all you've done on my behalf, I think it is only fair to reward you just so. So charismatic that he is that even a Moogle unacquainted with the games cannot help but swoon when delivering the daily batch. Ends his training for an upcoming match, so you can probably find him at the Gladiators Guild. I want to do the Gladiators Guild first. Gladiator Guild, right? Gladiator. And what can I do for you this afternoon? Shall I sign your flyer with my mark, perhaps? Guess so. Cease that transaction this instant. I will not put you in danger of the well-being of my prize gathering. However, the lands are Doga. Lately, he's been more like an overly concerned father, though. Every day brings us more disconcerting missives from disgruntled fans and dishonored opponents, ever more elaborate threats. I feel not jealousy and envy for enemies. Will them words leap from parchment and do harm? That will acknowledge that hard stench. The foul fruit of President intent, a marble ceiling concealed within the letters. Pray hold your breath while I dispose of the creature. Go away! Come on. Wages of fame and fortune may have. Brands cannot help but attract the admiration of disgruntled souls who covet him body and soul. Wow. Melodrama does not become you, my dear. The dull eyes, mated affections are no match for an opponent's blade. Both have yet a mark. Ain't the woman folk you need to fear, pretty boy. but their husbands and the sellswords, what they hire to gut you in your sleep. Hells. Yo, I'd take the job myself. His manner of phrasing notwithstanding. The language of past letters is more telling. You're all faced, pretty boy. Stay out of the Coliseum. If you step onto the blood sands again, I'll rip your head off, and, well, it's as I say, our other gladiators are whom I deem to be most so than the women are more than welcome to seek recompense in the Coliseum. Anyway, I've heard enough. I must clear my head before. That's the right idea there. I think I'll have a drink for him. Come on. Come now. You have to admit that was awfully suspicious. Are you sure Lang ain't behind the threats? Shows of Fran's popularity. Or not to attempt to speak to his feelings. That's it. Languis and his brethren committed many terrible crimes in the Black Shroud. He may have since paid his dues, but how far can we trust a man such a... After running afoul of the brass blade some time ago, Lang was declared Noxious. I was fortunate enough to witness an early performance during which his glorious potential became apparent to me. Hence, I saw him properly armed and given into my care, where he flourished all my charges and earned enough to purchase his freedom. In any case, I firmly believe that these letters are a work of others. Moreover, certain that these Cretans will make further attempts to harass friends or worse, which is why I would engage your services, good postman, to ensure his safety. I should not be surprised if our enemies attempt to masquerade as devoted fans in order to gain access to France. Therefore, I would have you investigate our fans. Okay? Serendipitously, if any are behaving suspiciously. Post these placards on the walls of the Coliseum and distribute these flyers to fans on the steps of NALD. If you notice out of the ordinary, pray for me, and we shall discuss our next move. If they have a problem with him, just be like, deal with it in the Coliseum. Fran's fanatic. Is that a new France the Fair placket? You shall fool when the time is right, we shall remove it. Add it to the collection. Wait, what is this sensation? Is someone watching us? No, not us. No concern to anyone. It's a placket there. It's the placket they want. Want to talk? They just want... I think there's some fans that just want him out. Look at that, boys. A new France placket. At the beauty. We're cheering him on. He's swiping your wife. I am. What? What have you got for the For the man who has everything. Oh, is that the... Have it. Look at the way they captured his trademark grin. It glares at his... I cannot wait to see this vision become reality in the way of wielding his... Oh. That should be splendid. I shall send him the finest sword money. More than a few gladiators take after. Like this fella here. There's no substitute for the real thing. Oh my, I had no idea France was fighting so soon. I was so taken with this imitation I nearly missed the genuine Arco. What to wear? What to wear? I must prepare the perfect ensemble to die and seduce him from. Did you feel that? Someone was staring daggers at. I don't... What? That's so weird. I get so confused and like backwards about the lore of story side quests, but I can completely understand the main story. So tell me, did you notice not to miss? Aside from the usual shenanigans proceeding. There's someone watching us. It so happens that I sorted through the remainder of mail and found a score of new threatening letters. I had no choice but to inform Silent that they took to the streets to search their campaign. While we await their returns, I would have you continue to convert surveillance to conceal by consorting with guests. You make a bid with Lady Genevieve. Send her your warmest welcome on my behalf. Remain ever vigilant. I actually started this the gladiator quest, but I only activated it. Oh, I remember you. It's come full circle now. This is the person that you had to pick up gold because she dropped it because you scared her. Save your prejudice for another time. My beloved friends shall walk upon the blood sand soon. I would not miss the triumph. Term for the world. That voice just now from the steps of now. Much have I fallen that low-bred He is not fit to fight alongside my friends. It sounds like they're not jealous of him. They're not jealous of him. It seems like they're jealous of the other person. Fine, I'm fine. One of the bastard partners must have cracked me on the head from behind. Still can't see straight. But I saw well enough. Franz was walking towards Emerald, and Lang was following him in the distance. How could he? After everything I did for him. Even way out of a sentence. If it wasn't for Fran, Lang would have died. Maxius. And that's what'll happen if he's fool enough to kill Franz. But you won't let that happen, will you? No. It's time for me to take matters into my own hands with my bare hands. Don't forget it, folks. Well, this ain't right. What are you blabbering about? Kill Franz. Did the girl take a tumble or... Tracking the gladiators hunting Franz. It would seem he's been keeping watch over the boy since the moment he left the guild. Pretty boy's got talent, but he's raw. Knows deal with enemies he can see, but he ain't an inkling on how to deal with those he can't. So I make it a habit of following him from time to time. Of course, he's a slippery one and often gets away. Credit for this peculiar failure goes not to Franz, though. The gladiators noticed our presence. We were unprepared, and there were too many innocents. I ain't making excuses. All I wanted to do was keep them safe. I owe them that much. UL'DAH women, not compared to freedom. A man, what helps you win? That is a man you owe for life. You're the only one still standing. Help an old person keep his honor and go after the pretty boy. Him and the others went out the gates of NALD. They wore masks and fought with the fury of Colosseum gladiators. We will need time to recover. Or then me body, me pride in a bad way. Well, time to clean up messes again. Hey guys! Never saw it coming. So, all my friends have suffered for my sake. But you, good postman, you were magnificent in battle. Even more so than me, to be sure. How did you become such? Or I must know. My fans, they cheer for me. They believe me beautiful. Yet in truth, I could never live up to their expectations if put to a true test. Suspected that the syndicate conspires to have my party face lesser opponents to ensure our victory. So when I learned of the gladiators' threats, I was overjoyed. I stroked the fires of their jealousy to invite an attack. Long had I craved a true challenger. Soon I would have it. This to be my quest to learn. None were to be involved. Much less hurt. Alas, out of fear for my safety, all have suffered on my account. If you wanted a beating, all you had to do was ask. Want a challenge? Ask for it. And one anyway. Sneaking a wire on this. This crisis of confidence is hardly warranted, Fran. You're a formidable gladiator, not to mention the soul of this. We weren't trying to protect you because we thought you were weak. We were doing it because that's what your mates are supposed to do. Hearing all this, Prince of the Bloods. Quit contemplating your navel and accept that you're pretty damn good at this gladiator business. Yeah. Beauteous. I don't know what I don't know what's going on. With that, I believe it is time for your vigorous return to the shores of gladiator. Oh my God. I'll fight in this match solo. The others are no to participate. Just like that. He regresses and attempts to shoulder the burden by himself once more. At least you forget, I'm also pretty good at this conjuring business. Those weaklings in the Colosseum don't stand a chance against us. Even, you know, let's just even our pay and get back to the training grounds. Try not to be too efficient. Remember that it's not about if you win, but how you win. The style, the imposition. Give the sword something to remember. Say, you should come and join us afterwards, postman. I would love nothing more than to pit my... It's yours. You wouldn't last a minute. The blood sands, but I guarantee you'll have a grand old time. See, what it is you're supposed to be holding something when you do that. You're supposed to be holding the soul stone when you do that. But the problem is the soul stone. There is no soul stone for being a postman. So that makes it even a worse joke. Oh, where are we going? Yeah, I know it's LIMSA. Okay. The next quest. What a ravishing lady. Her husband-to-be is quite a fortunate man. Would you not... your delivery for me? Oh. I fear there must be some mistake. I assure you that this letter is not intended for me, as it was I who penned it. I suppose no wonder that I am often mistaken for my brother. We do share a common a certain family resemblance. Oh, brother. Not to mention it. Good God, you two look... You'd like two JPs in a pod. Wait a minute, I know you too. You're the man who brought about my rebirth. The one who guided me from the shadows of self-doubt to a natural new world of assurance. You think that the man I thirst fought was some depraved killer would prove to be my savior, and it was you. Yes, you who showed me the light. Thanks to you, you two, one of the most eligible bachelors in all LIMSA, now seeks my hand in marriage. My lady, that this comes as a little surprise. Only a blind man or a fool could fail to recognize your radiant beauty. The charmer you are. But you must understand, it was your brother who brought out the beauty inside me. Should you encounter him in your travels, do pass my gratitude. Where are my manners? I am guesting of House, well, may not like to know of us, but perhaps you do know of House Desmail, with whom we share common interests. Huh? It's a matter related to my house, more precisely. Its line of succession that has brought me to this nation. Our father, you see, has been stricken with an illness most grave. Though he yet clings to life, his strength wanes with each passing day. In a moon's time, we will need an heir, and there is only one man in the realm who fits that role. For the past 5 years, I've said nothing, as my elder brother idled away his days crafting. But I can remain silent no longer, a duty far greater than the trimming of locks. I was Janaline. Back to Ishkar, and I shall not leave this realm until he stands by my side. Normal birth? I always did have a most dignified air about him. If you're looking for your brother, you mentioned something about heading off to procure a new comb. Only the finest of tools for my wedding day, he said. Home. The Carpier's Guild is located in the nation of GRIDANIA, is it not? I suppose that's where we will find my brother. We must away! To the moon! I trust that you will see this missile delivered safely to my brother's hands. I have pressing matter to attend to, but will join you in GRIDANIA as soon as I am able. Safe travels. I remember this. I remember her. Oh, well, that young man certainly jabbed off in a hurry. If you have a mind to deliver that letter to his brother, you best make it to the Carpier's Guild and quickly. I remember the quest line when she was involved. Yeah, the new look is earliest. The Carpenter's Guild. Wait. Go back. This is the entrance. Oh. Here. No. Looking for Johnny, are you? As I told his brother, the man conducted his business and went on his way. How can my brother so flippantly forsake duty and family? It makes not a whit of sense. Perhaps not to you. But it seems you have thoroughly convinced yourself that is the one best suited for this duty, you would ask him. You would jest he is not? I will not stand by while you besmirch my brother's good name. While it is true that in recent days he is a little more than a glorified beard trimmer, I saw Jonah serve as our father's right hand since he was scarcely a man grown. He was the very paragon of duty and honor. An example to all around him. Calm yourself, boy. I hold your brother in the highest esteem and despise you for that reason that I speak as I do. Allow me to tell you a tale. Once upon a time, there lived a young carpenter. He was possessed of some talent and great zeal for his craft, and his masters were convinced that the boy would come to great things in the guild. But the road to success is fraught with many perils. After suffering the loss of a close friend, the youth began to lose his way. Racked with despair, he let both mind and body go to waste. His close-cropped cough grew to a rampant snarl, obstructed his field of vision, and getting tangled in the hands as he wielded his hammer. His work suffered, and his masters began to ask if he might not consider another profession. One day, as he shambled to the workshop, he was ambushed by a strange man wielding tin wind blades. Happening, his tangled locks laid on the ground in a scattered heap. In that moment, he came to a realization. Thanking the man for his services, he returned to his workshop. As if by magic, the youth wielded his tools with a newfound focus and confidence. Works of surpassing quality emerged from his hands, and he reclaimed his status as the guild's rising star. Today he stands before you as Timber Master, wearing his hair the same fashion as he did the day of his rebirth. Plant a sapling in the 12's wood, and one day it shall grow into a mighty oak. Planting it on a snowy crag in Carthage, and it is not like to survive the finest winter. You would seek out your brother. Please consider these words. You will find him at the Alchemist Guild in UL'DAH. I thank you. I cannot say that the moral of the story is immediately clear to me. I will take some time to ponder your words on my journey. The story is about him, by the guild master. He lost a friend and someone close to him, and it all fell apart. Like a sturdy cedar, strong and true, that boy. But allow cedar to dry over much, and it is quick to splinter and shatter. You seek journey too, yes? Pray watch over this brother of his. I trust this journey will take him further than he have ever imagined. Send my regards to Sir Servian. Servian, the guild master of the alchemist. The man who tried to play, the man who thought he could reverse death itself, yet learned a horrible lesson in return. But at least he's back in, you too, Kate? Come in search of terrain? I look like the man's mother. He had business here, and that business is now done. I've moved on, and I suggest you two do the same. I will not need to tell you that I'm a busy man. Simply tell me where my brother has gone, and I'll be glad to leave you to your dabbling and tinkering. Beg of you, friend. Talk some sense to this man. Surely in your capacity as a post-Mughals assistant, your words carry some authority. The order could come from the Sultana herself, and I would say nothing. Sending a man of such rare genius off some musty Darien Isgarian main, why the mere thought makes my blood boil. If you care so much for your family's immense, go defend it to yourself. But I could, but I fear I am not. Never have been my brother's equal. Any half-wit could see that it is possessed of both a brilliant mind and a insatiable curiosity, a combination I have rarely seen in any but myself. You on the other end are about as sharp as a sack of rocks. Half is interesting. If there's anyone fit to be being bound by the stuffy traditions of your homeland, I dare say it's you. Oh wait, yes, of course, I take back everything I said, or by all means, go seek out your brother indeed. I urge you to do so with all haste. He set off to the Adventurers Guild in LIMSALOMINSA. You wear the way there at once. At least I pour some acid down your trousers to speed you on. Come on, man. Just change of heart. Bye-bye. Boy is a fool, but he is a music fool, which is best kind. And you, why are you still doing here? Were you not after off the LIMSA? I suspect there will be quite a show, and you will not want to be late. Oh boy. The man's just trying to set up drama now. Oh, here we go. A letter from me. As you can see, I'm somewhat occupied at the moment, but you darling, anything. Remarkable, friend. Traveled the realm twice over to deliver my missive. Brother, you are a true exemplar of the messengers everywhere. Brother mine, I have found myself. If we share a mind. If you feel this way, brother, then why do you resist your calling? Father, I need you. How long do you intend to persist? When did you become such a dreadful bore? Have the chill winds of our homeland frozen heart that once beat inside? I'm simply answering the call of family and duty, a call that I asked you to heed as well. Carry on the line? In these 5 years, the child I knew has grown into a man, and yet there is an unsightliness about you. This meekness, this timidity does not befit you. My hands tingle in disgust. What is this? Uh-oh, here we go. As I live, this unspeakable environment of ugliness must die. No. Oh, yes. Whoa! What in the world? That looks better. Hair extensions woven for the tail hair of a jet black eastern steed. A mustache plucked from the mighty behemoth's mane. Tell me, brother, how do you... That's the way I believe it. Where once stood a faltering child, now stands a man brave and bold. Who knew that long locks and a facial hair could be so empowering? Died and been born anew. Following father's footsteps, just as I was to pursue this path of my errand. I have simply brought out the man that was always inside me. The most happy name day to thy brother reborn. All seems clear. It's happened. We're making mock of your art, brother. The people of this realm need you. That much is clear. Worry not for food, or for our lands. Just I shall return to Isgard and do our family proud. Yay! For all those years that I looked for the admiration, I never truly comprehended his greatness till this day. For this, I have you to thank, friend. To our paths cross again. It looks so much better like that. It's all of a sudden. Level 12. Why do I keep doing that? It's like, why? So yeah, so that apparently that's all the quest lines for 2.3. That entire all of them quests. 2.3 is now done. So like, I'm gonna take a tiny break and then we'll do 2.4. I've got to try and... Let me just see what we're dealing with right now. Death of a mailman. Okay. I guess it's just one quest. A house. I want to go get food. I'm hungry. I gotta eat something. So we're gonna... I gotta do something about that. It's okay. Bam, 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 bam.